The state more. It seemed the last 6-8 months, especially with this football program. I saw you walk in with Coach Morris today. Talk about your relationship and your involvement with the program, just your support there.
Me being an Arkansas kid, man, I love being around the program, regardless of who the coach is. But Coach Morris is a special guy, and I definitely enjoy talking to him. And he's one of those guys I definitely think he can get this program turned around. Just need a little time, and I'm looking forward to the future.
What do you think of the guy who's wearing number 5 now? and down the line, what would it mean to you if they said they wanted to retire your number 5?
I would love for it to be retired. I would love for it to be retired. Rakeem Ward, he's a great guy. I like seeing him in it. We have a defensive lineman wearing number 5, and so it's just one of those deals. I just hope they keep the legend alive.
What about being inducted in the Hall of Fame? Just talk about when you got the call and that you were in.
When I got that call, it was just unbelievable to me. It's been so many great guys that have come through NCAA football, and just to be considered among one of those greats, it's definitely a great feeling.
Darren, what would be?
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say it's definitely good to see a lot of familiar faces here that I've seen for years and years.
Darren, what would it mean, or what would be your message to players that Coach Morris is trying to recruit to come to Arkansas, not necessarily inside the state, but outside of the state?
I stopped by Bud Walton last night. They had a few recruits in there, and I just told them, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. We're having a down season. It's been a bad few years for us, but like I told them, it's we need guys like that to come in here and help us get back to where we need to be. And that was just my message to them. I'm not going to be a coach and try to come in here and sell you on this or that. I'm just going to be honest with you. We would love to have those guys here.
You miss anything from up here?
I'm an Arkansas kid, man. I miss it, man.
Darren, unrelated to football, but tomorrow they're going to put Nolan's name on the court. You grew up cheering for Nolan. I guess you were pretty young when he was coaching, but what do you think about that?
I was a football fan first, but my dad and my stepmom, they always watched the Arkansas games, basketball games, and so I was a big fan of Nolan Richardson. Seeing them, and it's definitely going to be great to see him put his name on that court.
Favorite memory as a player here? Favorite memory game on the road? 2 favorite games, maybe. Just recall that stand out to you.
Here, South Carolina, 321. On the road, LSU, 3 overtimes. Beat them number 1 in the country. Those 2 of my favorite games. Like I said, I had to give a lot of credit to my teammates. I couldn't do any of that by myself, man. I played with great guys like Peyton Hillis, Felix Jones. Those great guys to play with, and having a great coach like Houston Nutt. I really enjoyed those times.
You mentioned Rakeem there for a second. What do you think about him and the season he's having? What does he do well as a running back?
If you're leading the SEC in rushing, you're having a great season, man. It's 6-7 games into the year, but I definitely enjoy watching him run the ball. And, I feel like he's a very explosive guy. He can definitely tote the pill. That's it. Appreciate it. Oh.
I know you kind of touched on it, but when you finally get to see that induction, or be at that induction ceremony, see your name in the College Hall of Fame, what's that really going to mean to you and the emotions you think you're going to have during that ceremony?
I tell people when I first heard it, I probably was speechless for the first few days. I just like, oh, I'm getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. And it really didn't hit me at first. And then, as the days went by, I really started to think about like, oh, that's a big deal, being inducted to the College Hall of Fame. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And like I said, I'm honored to be inducted into the College Hall of Fame. And hopefully I don't get too emotional there, but I'm looking forward to it.
And how much have you reflected then on your college career and what you're able to accomplish? And maybe now looking back, how special that was that maybe you didn't realize in the moment?
I think once I got the call that I was being inducted to the College Hall of Fame, that's something that made me really reflect on a lot of my games in college and in the career that I had. It's just one of those things, like I say, it's just an unbelievable deal. Coming here as a freshman, I didn't expect to do much. I just wanted to come here and play football and do that. And then, I started setting records and breaking records. And, it was one of those deals where I just was, I was just pretty much speechless about it. But like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'm honored to be inducted into the College Hall of Fame.
Not just the number 5, but what about the uniforms that they've gone back to? What are your thoughts on that?
I love it, man. It's tradition, man. It's one of those deals. They tried to move away from it a little bit. They turned the hog facing forward. You know, I like the old school tradition with the hog running sideways and everything. And, you know, for them to be back in those uniforms, you know, I love this a great deal, and it just brings up a lot of memories for me.
Do you have any wood that you can give to this team?
You know, I just try to give them some words of encouragement, man, and I hope they can take that.
Matthew Stein from the National Football Foundation is here as well. If you would like to get something from him, otherwise, thank you all.
Appreciate it, and it's good to see everybody.